not live.
As you can see that there are two pictures, two images we have. First image is of cutted part. There is a cut in a home plan, and the second image is of the extension part. In this first image, how we will take the center in a home plan and how we will rectify a cutted part if there is a cut in a home plan. In the second home plan, if we are having an extension in this home plan, so how we will rectify it and how we will take the center. So in this whole video, we'll be learning that how to take the center of a cutted part or an extension part and how we can give the remedies so that the bad effect of cut and the extension can be rectified. As you can see, this is an image of a cutted part. There is a cut in a home plan. When there is a cut in a home plan, in the earlier times, people used to say that cut is not considered to be a very good if we are having a cut in the home plan. So the portion, the direction which will come in this portion, the cutted portion, you will face some negative effects of it. But in today's time, we all live in our flats. We all live in flat system. So there is no possibility that we will get a proper square or proper rectangular form of flat. It's not possible. You will find one or the other cut in a flat. So how to rectify that kind of cut? First of all, the question arises how we will take the center of this home plan. Then we can only give the remedies to the client about the cutted part. So if there is a cut, first of all, we need to check that this cut is more than 50% or less than 50%. As you can see, there is more net usable space they are using, and there is a little cut over here. This space is a little bit low and this space is a little bit more. So what we will do, we will make a dotted line like this and same dotted line like this. This indicates that you have completed this cutted portion in this kind of home plan where there is a cut. After making a dotted line, we will use a ruler, a scale, and mark a diagonal line like this from this point to this point. Then in the same manner, we will mark another line, another cut from this diagonal, from this point to this point, another diagonal line like this. A small cut will mark like this. This is how we will take a center of a cutted part after knowing that this cut is more than 50% or less than 50%. So now you learn that how we will take the center of a cutted portion. After marking center point, we will mark the 16 directions as per the degrees of a home plan. Then suppose any direction which is coming this portion, in this portion, the cutted portion, this portion. So what remedies we can give in this portion where there is a cut. So when there is a cut, to complete this portion, we give the remedies in a form of mirror. We suggest the client to use mirror either on this wall, or on this wall. We suggest our client to use a mirror to complete the cutted portion. So we are having two walls in this cutted portion. First one is this one and the another one is this one. Either we'll be using a mirror on this wall or on this wall. The first position is we will suggest that use a mirror over this wall, and if they can't use a mirror on this wall, so we will suggest them to use a mirror on this wall. Now what a mirror does to complete the cutted portion, whatever is reflecting in the mirror towards this portion, this will complete this area at the back of it where we are having a cut. And if it is not possible to use a mirror on this wall, then we will suggest them to use a mirror on this wall. Now if we place a mirror on this wall, it will also increase that much area which is reflecting at the front of it, at the back also in this portion. So this is how your cutted portion will be completed by using a mirror. The another thing is, with the use of mirror, we suggest one more thing to the client. With the use of color also, we can complete a less part, or we can say a cutted portion. Suppose this zone is a little bit more. So this is again creating an imbalance. We want everything to be in a balanced form. We do not want anything to be more extended or to be less. We want everything to be in a balanced form. So suppose this portion, these two zones are a bit less. So we will suggest the sun color in this portion will make it a little bit less, because there is again an imbalance of the zones which are going too much extended. So mirror and the colors will complete this cutted portion. So this is the second image we have, in which we are seeing that there is an extension in a home plan. In this kind of home plan, how we will take the center, and after taking the center, what are the remedies which we can give of this extension portion. Extension and the cut, they both give the problems. They both are not okay. So we have to suggest some kind of remedies to the client. So because we need everything to be in a balanced form, that is why a thing which is cutted and a thing which is extended, they both are not okay. We need everything to be in a balanced form. This is why there is a need of remedies in this kind of home plans with this kind of extension portion. So first of all, we need to check, there is a wall extended like this, and this portion is already so much extended. So, and this wall is also a little bit, this area is also a little bit extended. So this is a little bit less, this portion. So we will not be considering this portion while taking the center. We will make a dotted line like this. Then this portion is little bit more. This portion is little bit more and this portion is little bit less. So we will consider this portion also, that we own this portion. We'll make a dotted line like this. Then we will place our ruler from this point to this point and mark a little cut over in the center. Then we'll place our ruler over this portion and we'll make another cut like this. This is how we will take the center of an extension portion. The another thing which we have to keep in mind while considering the extension portion is that what kind of activity is going on in this kind of extension portion. Suppose we are having a normal open area. So in that case, we normally won't consider it. But if we are having proper room or a toilet or a kitchen placement in this kind of portion, extended portion, so this is a very important part of your home plan. So in that case, we take this kind of portion, extension portion. Now we learn that how we will take the center of this extension portion, this extended home plan. Now another thing is how we will rectify this extension portion. The zones which will come like this, in this part, how we will rectify them, because they will be so much extended. How we will rectify them? The first thing is we have to suggest the colors at the scarting of this extension portion, which will make them balance. We do not want again anything to be too much extended or too much less. So again we will balance it with the colors by painting the colors on the scarting of the wall and on the ground also. 3 inches on the ground and 3 inches on the scarting. When we paint like this on the scarting and on the ground, so that will balance the extension part. That will balance these colors will balance the extension part. So we will be suggesting a sun color again in this extension part, that will make it balance, that will lesser down this extension portion. Suppose in this portion your south, southeast and southeast, these 3 zones are coming. So what colors we will be suggesting them, so that this portion can be a little bit less. For the south area, for the fire element, these 3 zones are of the fire element. For the fire element, the father is the wood element and the sun color is the earth element, the yellow color. So what we will suggest in this portion, that we will suggest paint yellow color in this portion, the scarting portion, over completely like this. In this portion, yellow color on the scarting and yellow color on the floor, 3 inches on the scarting and 3 inches on the floor. The yellow color will balance this extension part. So now you learn how we will rectify a cutted portion and how we will rectify an extension part, and how we will take the center and mark 16 directions as per the center, because without a center, marking 16 directions is next to impossible.